What's kind of the downstream things that you're thinking about across the team?
So this happens a lot, Sanjala, where I think going back to your question of how do we know, it's just the divide and conquering that happens organically all day long between the three of us. And so I think once, we do believe that if the pilots stay with innovation or in that piloting phase for a long time, it doesn't let the solution really shine and become what it could be. And so we are very diligent, right? When we think about the piloting, Christine mentioned on how we are very sure going into it what we'll be tracking, what data we'll be measuring, what are the potential success factors. So for us, a pilot is more of like an exploration of how those data pans roll out. It's not, a surprise of like, hey, let's just start the pilot and we'll see how it falls. So we are very diligent in how we plan the pilot and the operational support around it. So what happens organically is that by the time something is getting to that mature phase in the piloting, we already are getting a lot of interest from the other markets because they've heard about the solution, they've heard about the impact. So just to take an example of the maternal child health program, Docent Health, that we launched early in the pilot phase, the impact to the mothers, right? And the impact on the length of stay, the NICU volumes, the care the mothers were getting, the patient engagement was so immense that we saw markets actually reaching out to say, hey, that pilot is happening in California. When can I have it in my state and where could I go from it? So there's a lot of organic traction that happens in the pilot phase, and that lets get you the involvement from the right clinicians, right stakeholders. If it's a population health initiative, get them involved and make sure that we are thinking about the expansion from an IT angle, an integration angle, a patient reach out, communication angle. So that was all being done methodically in parallel as the pilot is getting to that maturity. And so once we are at that side where the results are in and the impact is pretty visible, then it's all about taking it and scaling it as rampant as possible. So majority of our patient populations could benefit from that solution.